How we doing today, guys? Yay! It is that time of week again. You know what time it is. It is time to look at the new makeup, my favorite part of the week. So, if that sounds like it's fun for you, just keep on watching. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you who I am. My name is Jane, okay? I'm a fine artist, so I do drawings, I do paintings, and I love doing my makeup. So here on this channel, I do eyeshadow palette reviews and eyeshadow looks and get ready with me and all that good stuff, but I also do art videos. So if that sounds like a good deal for you, go ahead and click the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and I will see you every time that I upload. All right, actually you'll see me. Anyways, I've got this really cool vaporwave intro I'm going to show you. I was born in 1979, but I am a child of the 80s, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, let's get at it. Like a car salesman there. I was just like, hey, that's actually kind of who I am. I have a background in retail and sales. Also, I have a background in music photography. So that's fun. I have not shot any concerts since the Panty. I've shot one. So I miss it. Now that I see like the Riot Fest lineup, oh my God. 9 Inch Nails and My Chemical Romance. But I also don't want to pay $400 to see them because I've seen them both for free. So, in the past, I have. Not every time, but, you know, I don't know. I just totally went off on a tangent there. So, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's take a look at everything. If you're curious, it's a strong one we're starting off with. So this is the Solmane 2 collection. So we have this beautiful eyeshadow palette that's kind of half warm and half cool. So this is beautiful. The beautiful packaging. Oh, it's so pretty. They usually have really, really good packaging and really pretty covers of the eyeshadow palettes and everything. But we also have, along with the eyeshadow palette that is 15 shades, we have 15 gel liners, Sunlight Love blushers, Moonlight Feel highlighters, and a mirror. And so the 15 gel liners, of course, caught my eye. And they're $5.90 a piece, which I think is really super reasonable considering like Colourpop's is like, what, 8, 7, something like that. But you can get the whole set for $59.90, and you can get the Sunlight Love blushers at $20, the highlighters at $22.90, and there's 2 different mirrors. I'm sorry, 2 shades of the mirrors for $9.90 each, and it's going to be available I was going to say tomorrow, but I'm filming this on Thursday, so it's going to be available by the time that you see this on May the 20th at 11 a.m. CST, which is my time zone. So, I really like some of these highlighters too, but I have highlighters that are very similar. But the thing is that I really want to get like a green highlighter maybe, or because there's one of them that looks kind of minty green. It's so hard to know, like, hopefully I can catch some reviews before I purchase something, because highlighters are really, it's hard to photograph them, and usually the product photography doesn't really do it justice. But I will say that the eyeshadow palette looks beautiful. The blush, I'm very curious about the blush. I like there's one that looks like it's kind of rose and almost purple. Rose and lilac, or maybe they're both pink, I don't know. But, oh, I see. There's one that's kind of like a mauve. It's a mauve. So I want it all, of course. And I love eyeliners, and I love really colorful eyeliners, but I just bought a whole set of eyeliners and primers from Beauty Creations. It's like the big color wheel thing. So I really don't need it, and I have a whole big cup full of liners. But I think I'll probably get the eyeshadow palette and do a review. I really like Oden's Eyes formula, and I think I haven't tried anything of theirs so far that I haven't liked. So even though the color story really it didn't like grab me completely at first. Like, it wasn't one of those things that I was like, oh my God, I have to have it. But the more I look at it, the the prettier it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that packaging. I love what they're doing with it. I love that it's half cool, half warm. I do like that. So I probably will get this palette. And the packaging is really pretty too. But I'm really curious about their highlighters and their blush. I might pick them up, but I might not get them in the first round because there's a good chance they're probably going to sell out because Oden's Eye is pretty awesome and very popular as an indie brand. So I might go ahead and see what I can do. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I do know I want to pick up the eyeshadow palette though. So, what do you guys think of it? I think it's beautiful. Okay, here is something that I absolutely am in love with and I want. It's the Serenity eyeshadow palette from Cosmic Brushes. It did release today, Thursday, the 18th, and I went to the site to try and buy it, and the site was down, and there's a problem with the servers. I'm not really sure what's going on. Let me check the Instagram here real quick because they did make a post about it. So it has something to do with the servers, and yeah, I know. I'm gonna make you the star of the show if you keep complaining. I had to bring him in. We had tornadoes earlier. Yeah, and also it's time for you to stay inside. It's your curfew. He's so funny. So they have 2,000 palettes available as of right now, but it could be a different situation. They might have sold out by the time that you guys see this. I hope not, because I really, really want to get it. It is a beautiful color story. Let's check it out here real quick. It looks like, you know, there's some... The main color scheme that I'm seeing is like green and purple, which I think those two together are so lovely. But I also see some neutrals in there a little bit. Like there's a gold and a brown and like a coral orange or peachy. It's more peach, I guess. I want this, guys. I want it. And there's a lot of beautiful dark mattes in there. So pretty. I want it. I want it so much. Do you guys, I mean, I've never even heard of this brand before. Have you guys heard of this brand? This is a beautiful palette. And of course, like the packaging does remind me of Norvina Cosmetics, but I think that's just because it's the size. My stomach is making really weird noises right now. I'm just letting you know. So let's check this out. There are 14 mattes and 6 shimmers, but it looks like at least 2 of them are duochromes or multichromes. It's interesting. You can use code RADAR10 at checkout. That's my friend Jamie's code over at Makeup Release Radar, who I use her collages, and I also use like the Indie Hotspot and Hotfire Makeup and Trend Mood and all of those accounts, but the main one that I get my news from is from Makeup Release Radar. I think she's probably one of the most diligent workers whenever you want to come to like new makeup, and because she posts several times a day. Just letting you know, go show her some love if you're on Instagram. But the code is RADAR10. Okay, so look, it says back soon. So I guess it already sold out. That's not funny. I want it. Well, if there's one thing that I have learned from this experience doing new makeup releases every week, there's always going to be more makeup that I'm going to want. So, but I am going to keep my eye out for it so that I can snag it if I can second time around. Okay, so Unearthly Cosmetics is releasing their All I Ever Wanted Volume 2. And I do believe, let me double check on this because I think All I Ever Wanted Volume 1 is back in stock. I really liked the color scheme of that. Well, as of right now, Thursday, the 18th, that All I Ever Wanted 1, Volume 1 is still in stock. So let's go ahead and I will get back to Volume 2. This one looks a little bit more on the warm side. We do have some blues and purples in there, but I see a lot of yellow and green, warm greens, a gold, or at least I think it's probably a multi-chrome or something. I don't know if these are all multi-chromes. I do think the first one was duochromes and multi-chromes, right? I do think that the first one was duochromes and multi-chromes, right? It is very, very pretty. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be picking this one up or not. It is really, I mean, it's pretty, but, and I've always wanted more yellow in palettes. I keep saying that. Don't I? I'm not sure. I'm kind of aggressive on this one, guys. I mean, you can never really have too many blues, purples, and greens, right? That's kind of my favorite combo of colors. I'll put this in the category of got my eye on it, might get it, might not. So, what do you guys think of this one? It's an interesting color story. It's an interesting color story. But I'm not 100% sold on it. Then again, this could be an issue of not seeing the shifts. Like if I see the shifts and I know what you're working with, I might be sold on it. So we'll put a pin in it. Okay, guys. Oh boy, where do we even start with Urban Decay, right? They are releasing their new additions to the Naked family. Okay, these are 6-pan palettes, and the campaign, you guys, like, okay, so it's called Foxy, one's called Foxy, Half Baked, and one's called Sin. And it's going to be available by the time that you see this, okay, on their website. I'm sure they'll probably come to Ulta at some point, but the campaign is the thing I have the issue with, because it's all like, I was actually getting excited whenever I saw all these colors, right, on the packaging, in the campaign ads, and I was like, okay, so there's one neutral. Half Baked is neutral. Okay, we can expect that from Urban Decay, right? And then I'm like, oh, the green and the pink one, they're neutrals too. And I know it's the Naked palette, but come on. I was really hoping it wasn't, like, the moment that I read Naked, I thought, oh crap. You know, I thought we were actually getting something new and exciting. I thought they were going to actually go back to being edgy. I don't know if they'll ever reclaim their glory of the 90s whenever they first came out. Because Urban Decay was truly like one of a kind back then. I don't know if young people know this, but they really were. Like, I mean, we just didn't have anything that had like edgy names of nail colors, and they had nail polish, and they had just really cool, like very, very colorful makeup that no one was making back then. So not like they did. So and then L'Oreal, they had their like drugstore line that was kind of like an equal to that. I think it was just called Hip, L'Oreal Hip. Anyways, I say that to say I kind of laughed at this campaign ad, because it's kind of like it's just trying too hard. It's like the cool mom that says she's not like other moms. You know, she's not really a cool mom. She just thinks she is. I'm a cool mom. But yeah, that's of course I'm not going to be picking any of these up. But if that was actually like an orange palette, if Half Baked would have been something that was actually an orange palette, I would have been on it. I mean, they had their Wild Greens palette moment, and I wanted to see it in person, and I went to Ulta, and I looked at the palette, and I was so disappointed that my knee-jerk reaction was to say out loud, Wild Greens, more like mild greens. But a bunch. And it actually made somebody laugh in the store. So I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. Yeah. Do you not like Urban Decay either? Agreed. Okay, so the indie brand Beautiful Shellz Cosmetics, they are releasing their Karma Chameleon. Okay, I don't want to get demonetized. Karma Chameleon eyeshadow quads. They have a Kiwi Karma, an Indigo Karma, a Peach Karma, an Iris Karma, and a Copper Karma. And they're $23 each. And at first, whenever I saw these, I was like, oh, that's so cute. You know, they're very, very cute. They're very colorful. And then I was like, oh, are those glitters in there? But I actually went to their page on Instagram, and they have like a swatching of all of those palettes, and from what I can tell, those aren't glitters. Those are shimmers, and really reflective shimmers at that. And it looks like the one that looks a little bit more on the orange side is kind of like an orange peachy palette. It's a little bit on, I don't want to say fully neutral, but It is, it has more of a wearable vibe to it. But I'm watching these swatches. I really like the red and orange, the red orange one. Of course, I like the blue, of course. The green is very, very bright. Those are like neon greens. Wow. I couldn't tell. Well, maybe it was. I really like the one that's kind of like a cool red and the rest blue. I like some of these. That green one is really pretty. I like the blue one, of course. I mean, that's a given. Oh, if you had the green and the one that I just talked about that has the red and the blues in it, that would make a really pretty like combo if you could use those two. And then I do like the red and orange. That's pretty. That's really pretty. I don't know. You know, I should read the description. It says, should we do a flash sale on all these beautiful duochrome quads? So there's duochromes in them. You never can tell whenever you first glance at a palette sometimes if it's duochrome, because it's really hard to photograph duochromes in the pans. So I should read. I'll probably want to pick one of them up, at least a couple of them, but I don't think I'm going to pick them up right now. That's the only thing. Well, my son's graduating next week, so that I don't think I'll have a new makeup releases next week because he's graduating, and I want to be fully present in that moment because he's just as a son. He's my son that has well, of course he's my son, because he has had so many challenges as a neurodivergent man. Well, he'll be a man, young adult. I can't talk today. He's had so many challenges as a neurodivergent person that I'm really just so proud that he has ended this on a real positive note with making A's and a B. So I want to be there. But let's see here. What was I saying? ADHD moment. I don't remember. I don't think there's going to be a new makeup releases next week. Unless something so major and huge happens, then I might make a short one. I think I want to... Oh, I was saying... I remember what I was saying was I might get a couple of these, but not right now. I might wait a couple of weeks on them. Okay, so Glisten Cosmetics, they are a UK indie brand, and they have some Chroma pencils. They have sneak peeked, and it is launching on May 27th. There's 6 pencils total. They're waterproof and smudge proof with quote unquote insane color shifts. Now, I am interested in these. It looks like, I mean, you can see the shifts pretty well, and I just want to see like someone live swatch them, you know, but I'm interested in them because I'm an affiliate with Glisten Cosmetics, and I really like their water activated liners, and so I'm really excited that they're doing something that's a little bit different. Well, it's still, you know, eyeliner, but it's in a pencil form, and they have like all their water activated liners on the site, and there's also another thing that's coming out from them, and let me see if I can find it. Oh yes, this is actually, yeah, same day, same launch. It's going to happen on May 27th, and it is their Chroma Flakes. So there's 3 shades total, and there's a gel base to them, and they are supposedly insane shifting. But you can use my code, which is ArtistJane10, and that is affiliated, and yeah, you can save 10%, or you can use my friend Jamie's affiliate code, and hers is Radar. But I definitely want to see if I can get my hands on one of the Chroma Flakes. I guess I'll just go ahead and try Chroma Flakes, because it seems like such a popular trend, and I'm going to hop on the train and just see what happens. I like all 3 of them, but really, really like the purple and the blue. I don't know, the blue's kind of like a turquoise almost, like a turquoise blue. I don't know, but when it comes to these pencils, I really like the first one that I see in this photo, and it looks like it kind of shifts from like a coppery orange to yellow to green. And then there's another one, of course, the blue and purple and turquoise. Oh, I don't know. There's also that sort of yellow gold to peach to pink. We'll see. It all depends on the cost of them, and I definitely want to see some more swatches and kind of make a judgment call with that. Okay, Sigma Beauty, they are coming out with bronzers, blushes, and highlighters, and it's very exciting because I love Sigma's brushes. Of course, a lot of people, like tons of people, love their brushes, and they are the only brush company that has a warranty on their brushes, like a 2-year warranty. I mean, it's pretty awesome, right? So I haven't actually tried any of their makeup, but I hear it's highly underrated and it's amazing. So I'm kind of interested in their blushes, and I've got to say, I bet that these sell out. I'm going to count on it selling out. So it looks like there's 6 different shades, and I really like the mauve shade that I see. It looks like there's 2 of them. It looks like there's one that's kind of a deeper mauve shade and one that's a lighter one. There's kind of a rosy, not a rosy pink, but like a nude pink that I really like. But, you know, I just bought that mauve blush from Give Me Glow, but it did break. I could probably talk myself into getting this. But I love the shade mauve for cheeks, and I love peaches and pinks, and thankfully I can wear both. I have a neutral skin tone, so I might pick one of these up. I'd like to see what the actual swatches look like of the highlighters, the matte bronzers. The lightest shade looks very, very light. It almost doesn't even look like a bronzer, but I'm sure it looks different in person. But I'm pretty faithful. If I do bronzing, I'm pretty faithful to my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. But I am interested in these blushes. I'm really excited for them because I've always kind of wanted to see them fully expand their line of makeup into having all of these items. And I'd like to see them do eyeliners too as well. And I think they do have their primer sticks. I would like to see them come up with a primer that's more creamier, almost kind of like a MAC paint pot type of thing, or a cream. It has a doe foot applicator. I would love to see that. But the price is going to be $35 each, which I think it's pretty luxurious as far as the price goes for one item. But I hear that they are really, really good at what they do. And there's 20% off. Okay, so you can get 20% off any purchase of any 3 bronzer, blush, and highlight with the code GLOWUP. So you could get one of each and get 20% off of that. I don't think I'm going to be doing that, but I'm going to keep my eye out. I don't know. I'm such a cheapskate sometimes. Like, I will pay $60 for an eyeshadow palette, but I don't want to pay more than like $15 for a blush. You know, I don't know. Then again, you know, there is something very, very satisfying about finding a blush that is just so beautiful on you. It's much kind of the same effect as finding a lipstick that looks great on you. So, but right now I'm just sort of trying to keep my spending at a minimum because until June. Oh, Colourpop. The weekly Colourpop segment is, I guess, like a Texas rodeo theme. On their packaging, it is called the One and Done collection, and it's sort of this neutral with some pops of pink. I do have to say those blushes are really, really bright. So if you want to go full clown life, there you go. I think the pink is really pretty. But there's an eyeshadow palette for $18, 3 blushes for $12 each, 4 Fresh Kiss lip lacquer in 4 shades, yeah, at $8 each. And Glitterly Obsessed set is $12. And it looks like there's Soul Body Oil, there's a shimmering dry oil, and a glow oil in the Saddle Soul Body set. Okay, so they're a set of $18. Let me check. Okay, so the Soul Body set they're little minis. They're not the full size Soul Body oils. So that makes sense. I mean, it's not the worst set that they've come out with. I mean, it's okay. I'm very indifferent to this set. I mean, of course I like the bright pinks, but it's the only thing saving it from being a completely neutral collection. You know, if they wanted to make this interesting, they should have had like if they wanted to go with pink, it would have been kind of pretty to do something like a silver and gunmetal eyeshadow palette with pinks, if they were going to keep it pretty relatively within the same color story, like not super colorful, but that's just me. I think they're kind of becoming the Urban Decay of indie cosmetics, because Colourpop is an indie cosmetic brand. They're just huge, that's all. But they're also more exciting than Urban Decay as a whole brand. And I say that because they do have a good formula when they're really good. Urban Decay has awful shimmers and just so mattes, so. And they know how to package their stuff pretty well too. But, I'm not really interested in any of this. The glitter gels are really cute though, but that's about it. I'm always interested to see what the weekly Colourpop segment's going to be, but I mean, most of the time it seems like lately I've been let down. I mean, the only thing that they came out just recently with that I really thought was cute was the Let's Roll collection. That was really cute and colorful. This one I'm going to pass on though. What do you guys think of it? It's just okay. All right. Okay, so if you are in the drugstore, you will probably see this. It is the new Maybelline Shadow Blocks eyeshadow palette. Stacked eyeshadow trios. This immediately reminded me of the Kaja eyeshadow bento stacks, which they have some new ones coming out too. But I mean, of course, these aren't quite as cute because for some reason I like the circle stacks better, but I'm not going to be too picky. The purplish pink one is really cute. It looks like there's a true neutral one along with the purple, and there's kind of a rose colored one here. There's one with a couple neutrals and a deep forest green, and then we've got sort of a rosy tone. I mean, they're cute. I like that they're trying to do something new, but I think they kind of took from Kaja, if I'm being completely honest. That's allegedly, of course, in my personal opinion. I think the only one I like is purple, but I don't really buy Maybelline eyeshadow because they have been just okay. Just okay. The things that Maybelline does really well these days are lipsticks. Like their lipsticks, I have a lot of the Color Sensational lipsticks. You could put them in like a luxury brand, like in luxury packaging, saying like this is fill in the blanks luxury brand, and I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they're really amazing. I'm wearing one today. It's the Romantic Rose 450. And hello, could I scooch over a little bit more? But I mean, I'm continuously disappointed in their eyeshadow formula, but maybe this is a new formula. I don't know. I might pick up the purple one just out of curiosity, but I feel like a lot of the major drugstore brands don't do that great with eyeshadows. I'm talking like Revlon, Maybelline, well, CoverGirl actually reformulated their eyeshadow formula, and it was pretty good whenever I tried it. And then, which one am I missing? CoverGirl, L'Oreal, Revlon, and Maybelline. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, I digress. I don't think I'm going to be picking up any of these. They're very cute to look at, but that's about all they are. So, but, you know, who knows? I might see them in person and get my CVS monthly $10 coupon out. Okay, so Linda Hallberg, LH Cosmetics, she is a makeup artist if you don't know, and with her brand, she's got a new eyeshadow palette coming out, and it is already out right now, and it's called the Daybreak, or it's just called Daybreak. It's a 2-in-1 palette with shadows and cake liners, and it's got 9 shades, which are a mix of mostly cool shades suitable for all skin tones. It's $44.60 United States dollars, and there's also, I guess there's an illuminating cream called Shaping Light. and that's $29.97. I think this is a really neat color story. It's not your typical neutral palette. It is kind of like cool neutrals with pop of purple and blue in there. I think it's different. It's not, I don't know if I really even call it a neutral palette. It's more a muted, it's muted cool tones. But I could probably dupe every one of these shades if I'm being completely honest. But it's really pretty. I'm drawn to it. I haven't tried her formula, so I don't know anything about her brand, really. I haven't tried anything from her, but I really like that blue and purple and sort of that lilac pink shade. And it looks like that one shade is a duochrome. Wow. I really get excited whenever major brands do interesting things like this. And then, of course, I'm not sure which one is the cake liner, but maybe it's the blue. Very pretty. See, this is the kind of palette that I would pull out if I needed to do something a little bit more tame for a formal event. Like, it could still be colorful, but it's not this, you know. So this would be like a nice date palette, you know, to break someone in and be like, just wait till it looks like this, you know. Or like I would wear that to a wedding. I would wear that anytime, because I would definitely check this out. I have something really like kind of a soft spot for like muted cool tones that are in like a spring summer realm. It's very pretty. I don't think I'm gonna get it as of right now because it is a little bit outside of my price range for a 9-pan, but there it is. Maybe I'll get it someday. We've also seen the cake liner. I'm wondering if this is going to be a trend because the Huda Beauty Color Block palettes, which thankfully I didn't buy those because they did not get good reviews, and I kind of figured that they wouldn't be, but they had a cake liner in both of those palettes. So this might be a trend happening before our eyes, but I think that's a pretty palette. Okay, let's discuss Half Magic Beauty. Did I talk about that last week? I might have, and it might have gotten... There was a certain section of my video last week that my camera screwed up and did the whole black screen thing with the audio only. So, it might have been that. So, Donni Davi, who is the makeup artist from the TV show Euphoria, you know, the Euphoria trend has taken over Instagram like crazy, and so a lot of the glittery looks, the rhinestones and all that, you know, the face gems and everything, this is her official makeup line. And so everything just dropped this past week and nothing is over $26, which I think is really, really reasonable. I do think I want to get, let's see, first off, let me just point these out. There's a glitter pill eye paint and liner for $20, and there's 4 shades in that. And then there's face gems, $12 for 72 crystals. A light trap duochrome glow powder, $20. We got Chroma Addiction matte and shimmer eye paint. So there's 4 shades in each of the shimmer and the matte, and those are $24 each. A lip trick kit with, I don't know what that is. Oh. I guess it's a liner and a liquid lipstick. Wing Magician reusable silicone guide, so that's for wings if you're not really good at doing your own wings, or if you want to just experiment and do some other type of wing that you're not used to. There's hairpins, there's a makeup bag, there's an eyeliner brush, and adornment tweezers, so for your face gems. Dew Lock hydrating set and refresh mist for $20. I want to get, like, I actually went on the Half Magic website the day it launched and I added about 4 or 5 items to my cart, and then I realized it was going to be like $120, and I was like, oh, well then maybe I'll have to take off some of them. But what I really want to get is that beautiful blue shade in the Chroma Addiction matte paint and the green. Actually would love to have all 4 of those shades. But if I had to choose, I would choose the blue and the green. For the shimmer, I think that the purple with, is it the purple with pink reflect? Yeah, that one's beautiful. Let's face it, I probably love them all. The glitter liner I really want the silver holographic. I have a thing for the holographic stuff. And then the blue looks really, really pretty. The face gems, I could probably pass because I just bought like a whole set of rhinestones on Amazon for like 12 bucks. And there's like 2 big containers full. So I probably wouldn't get those, but maybe I would. I don't know. It's exciting though. Like it's different, you know, and it reminds me, the matte paint reminds me of About Face. And the only reason why I didn't jump and get these immediately was not only just everything became $120 real quick, but I showed this off last week, and yes, we are still going to get to this, but like, look at that. There's a bunch of About Face in there. There is some beauty creations from the Pastel Please, and then I've got their big color wheel, and they're Dare to Be Bright, and then I've got a few of them like from Kyla Beauty. I want like all of these. Like, I have a problem with the eye paints. I'm wearing one of the eye paints today, or one, not an eye paint, but a color-based primer by Beauty Creations. But you know, that shade of blue, I don't have that particular kind of shade. So, because it looks a little bit like a deeper periwinkle color, and I'm kind of a sucker for periwinkle. But I think it's great that there's something different, and she has her own makeup line now, and I will be excited to see all of the products that she's going to release. This is the initial launch, and I'm sure she will add on more colors to these product lines, and it'll just be interesting to see how it develops. And I think it's great that like it's not super expensive. It's just that once it adds up in your cart, it's going to be expensive. But like if you're just buying a single one, it's only 24 bucks. That's not going to, you know, break the bank. Well, we talked about Chroma Flakes earlier. MBA Cosmetics, they're an indie brand as well. They are launching 5 new multi-chrome cream flakes. So we have Masquerade, Mermaid-ish, I like that, Opaline Fairy, Fetish, and Raspberry Sunset. Each jar is 10 grams per jar. The price is $17.50 each, and you can get it at mbacosmetics.com or their Etsy store. I gotta say, these are extremely colorful, and you know how that makes me feel. Like, just glancing at them, I want all of them, but I do like opal. I haven't seen any opal chrome flakes before yet. Should I get one? Maybe. Of course, I'm automatically drawn to the blue, purple, and teal. And I really like Raspberry Sunset and Fetish too. And I don't know, you know, I don't have much to comment on the actual product because I've never tried like Chroma or Chameleon flakes or this trend. So I really don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. But I do like the color shifts. I do like the colors. I don't think I'll pick up one right now. But I really like MBA Cosmetics. I've got a couple of their single eyeshadows, and they're beautiful. Very beautiful. And they ship very quickly. This is interesting. This is from indie brand Pariah House Cosmetics. They're releasing their Gone Grunge palette. And it's 9 shades. It's all shimmer duochromes, and it's $60. So I like this because this isn't necessarily your run-of-the-mill duochrome palette that has more brighter colors. This is definitely the deeper jewel tones and grungier greens and grungy reds and yellows and sort of these muted tones. They do have kind of a more brighter bluish pinky purple in there, but yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. I don't think I'm going to be picking it up, but you can use code Radar10 for 10% off. It's an affiliate code. But very pretty. I like it whenever brands do something a little bit different on a trend that's popular. And I'm sure it's absolutely gorgeous. I bet you they'd be really pretty under a black base. Yeah. I don't know what the packaging is all about. It kind of reminds me of like a book that you decorated in high school. Very pretty. UCanbe makeup, which is, I do believe, it's not an indie brand. It's like a budget brand. I don't know. I've seen them on Amazon before. they're releasing their mint eyeshadow palette. It's 15 shades, artist curated, magically soft, colorful, and ethereal, and it's $10. It's available now. Look, it's got a lot of pastels in it, okay? And I personally love pastels. And it's got some deeper shades, so you can deepen up the look. I do like that too. It's the right price point. I do know that a few years ago, whenever UCanbe first started showing up on Amazon, they did dupe palettes. But I think that they've kind of gone off into making their own palettes now. I don't know though, this might be kind of a play on some of them. Maybe it's just a pastel trend, I don't know. But it looks like are they all matte? I don't see any shimmer. It'd be fun to get it and just kind of play with it and see what the quality is like, you know? I got plenty of shimmers I can play with too to add a more completed look. Should I get it? It's only 10 bucks. I don't know if I'd do a video on it, but I don't like to advocate, like I don't like to support brands that dupe other brands, like intentionally, but I think they're doing their own thing now. And I do have their Athena palette though, that I just bought. And it's really, really cool. It's cream makeup. I might get this just because it's affordable, super affordable. So there you have it, guys. That's about all it. And I gotta say, this week is not quite as exciting as the recent weeks have been. I mean, there's some exciting things, but as I was trying to gather things, I gather things throughout the week from all of these different accounts. Like, it just seems like, I don't know, there was something lacking. I needed a good, big thing that I definitely wanted. Maybe it's just me and my own preference, but sometimes it seems like the beauty world never stops, but it never sleeps, right? But then every once in a while there's kind of a lull before another train of makeup comes on in and gets released. So, oh, and let me tell you what we have talked about in previous weeks that I'm going to be reviewing. And so I've talked about this. This is still available right now on the second pre-order. This is the St. Angel Sinners and Smink Bear One Day Follow Your Dreams. Check that out. It's so pretty. Now I've started swatching them, but yeah, Mama's gonna make some looks out of this, and hopefully it'll still be up by the time that I finish. I will be really angry if it sells out and I spent some time making looks with it, but then again, I love putting on makeup anyway, so whatever. But I also have another palette. I can just get this back in here. So I have from CXC Beauty, they sent me their April Showers palette, and this is all duochromes. If I could just open it up. And I've been swatching it too as well, but I felt like it was incomplete, so I bought the Mayflowers, which is all mattes, so you will see some makeup. Hello? You will see a video on looks with these palettes. And I have the Boundless Bloom by Pixie Glow and Black Moxie Cosmetics, so we talked about this. The actual palette is unavailable now, but the shades are available as a bundle. So you can get the shades that are in this palette, and you just don't have the outer packaging. But unfortunately, whenever this arrived, this one, it cracked. It was like shattered, and I had to press it back in there. So it's still very, very touchy. So I have to be really careful with it. But isn't that pretty? Lots of lovely, beautiful, deep, rich tones. And some multi-chromes in there too. I also have, lastly, a stack of 3 eyeshadow palettes from Pink Crush. I have did I talk about this last week? I don't remember. I have the Fairy Tales I still need to review, and I haven't tried any of these yet. And I have their Rainbow Reef, and then I have their all duochrome palette, which is called Hyperchrome? Hyperchrome. It's right here on the packaging. Hyperchrome. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me this week. And if you haven't already, please like the video if you found it enjoyable, and feel free to subscribe. Like, I love all my new subscribers. Hello, new subscribers. I forgot to mention that earlier. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you later. I'll see you this coming week. Bye. I almost forgot. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. This is from Give Me Glow. This is Xenon. Isn't that pretty? Ooh. It's worth every $22 I spent. Worth every penny. Let's turn this down so we can really see that shift. Ooh, yeah. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. I'm very happy. And it might have been $22 for one shade, but if you don't know, Gimme Glow. This is the size of their pants. So you get quite a lot of product. So, all right. I guess that's it.